Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG, and it's located on the south spawn of Overlord, or north spawn, sorry, and it's under the command of Buzzaldrin of the BBICT clan. Now, I think Buzzaldrin has sent in other replays before. At least I haven't found his name on the list, but I'm sure he wanted to see this replay as he commented about it. Now, it's a 105mm light field howitzer, and it's on a Shure MV7X chassis, so it's basically a heavy tank chassis. He's landed in a tier 5 game with tier 4 tanks, and he's looking for targets. Fires a snap in, narrowly misses that Largo. Okay, he's got another target now. A Stugdrei Ausrung B. Fires the shell in. Oh, again, narrowly misses him. Very close. We got several enemy tanks there moving around. That one wasn't fully dialed in when it was fired. Again, he's getting a bit of rescue bloom, and that's mostly down to the fact that his vehicle is moving, and consequently he's constantly having to watch out as his rescue blows up in size. He needs to center his arc of fire. That's better. That one was right in the middle of the arc, and the Panzer III Ausrung J just got vaporized by that shot, and I suspect that might have been a penetrating round. Now it's 410 alpha, 53mm pen, and 1.91 meters on the burst radius. The standard reload is 8.93. Or am I deceiving myself? 8.92. He fired snap on that as well. He wasn't fully dialed in when he fired. You really do need to let it dial in to get an accurate shot. He fired as soon as he was loaded there, but he pulled away, so we didn't get to see if that shell hit or not. But I suspect it didn't, because there was an explosion on the ground. Again, he fired snap where he wasn't fully dialed in. Okay, 14 TP, changes direction. Obviously, he's aware that he's under RT fire, so he's trying to act as to avoid getting hit. But it didn't help him, because that was a penetrating shot and took him out. His team are down by 4 at the moment, so not very good. And indeed, it looks like they managed to make their way through the center of the map and the enemy, and they're now attacking with force. Okay, he's got that Largo again. Fires in this time. I thought for a second that one was going to wipe that guy out. This Churchill 3 seems very determined, and now he's missing 208 hit points, so that was a good hit. Unfortunately, we've lost another teammate. Now we're down by 5. Okay, he sees the T6 medium, fires a bit snap, and that doesn't work. You've got to try and avoid firing snap if you can. Only aim shots. If you fire snap, then obviously the shell will normally go wild, and it won't actually get near the target. Now, the enemy is capping, but there's only one capping at the moment, and it's a Chappy tank. And it looks like he pulled back out of the chap. And that Largo again pops up, and it looks like, well, it's the end of him. In fact, it was our Stugdrei Ausrung G who got him. And some of the enemy are getting really close. In fact, we've been spotted. But he should be able to take... Oh, well, now that we've been spotted, the enemy doesn't have any Arty, so at this point we're not worried about the Arty hitting us. But again, he wasn't fully dialed in when he fired at the Chappy. But if the Chappy stays still for any length of time, we could get him. He's on fire. It's not us that caused the fire, though. In fact, it's a Matilda 4 who got the kill. But the T6 medium tried to come around the corner and kill us, and he paid for that for doing that. Now we're after the Churchill 3. Oh, and he's a kill as well, so that's 2 in a row. 4 kills now for Buzzaldrin. Going for the Hetzer again, fired a bit snap. Try and dial in. Let it settle before you shoot. That's better. Closer. Much closer. The Hetzer's firing his big 105mm gun. He's out the game. But now we've got a Zaddy Micah. There's only 2 enemies left now. They've managed to turn that 5 deficit into an equal score. Now, if they can take out this Zaddy Micah. Oh! And Buzzaldrin does. He takes that guy out completely with 1 round, leaving just 1 enemy tank left, the Su-76GFT. Now, he does know where we are, and he is on the same side of the map in terms of on the east side, but we haven't seen him. Well, somebody else saw him right in the enemy rear. So now we're going to have to go looking for him if we want him. And we've got 5 kills. If we get to kill that Su-76, we would get a Top Gun out of this. I think Buzzaldrin wants to stay on this side, because he thinks the Su-76 is just going to come straight north and go after him. Now, the Su-76 can have 2 different types of gun. He can have the 76mm gun, or he can have, if this is the Soviet one, I think he can have a 57mm gun as well. I'm not sure if it is the Soviet one. I think that is the Chinese version, though, the Su-76GFT. Yes, it is the Chinese version. Okay, so he's now going to sit here and wait. He's looking down the other end. He's still got plenty of ammo spare. But he's going to sit here and wait and see. Oh, now that's interesting. We just lost our Matilda 4. And the Su-76 showed up. And now we know where he is. But is he going to try and come looking for us? Well, that was very close to him. He thinks we're at the back of the map. We're still firing from the same general direction as we were before. Now, the Su-76 can't see that tree was knocked down by us, so he doesn't know that it's just been pushed over. He probably thinks that it might have been pushed over in the previous parts of the battle. But I have a strong suspicion that Su-76 is going to come, and here he is. And he's headed towards us. Or is he going over to the cap? He'd be very foolish to go for the cap. You can see he's very cautious. He's maneuvering a lot. He knows he's been spotted because his 6th sense went off. And you know that this Arty does have a 390-meter view range. And he probably knows that as well. So if his 6th sense goes off, he knows he's been seen. And that will give him a clue as to where we are. Now, if he's smart, he'll probably try to outflank us and come around and attack us from either the rear or the flank. But if he heads towards the cap, he's going to be a goner. We haven't seen him since. He's waiting for us to make a move, I think. He might even feel fairly confident, although we've got full health, and he knows that. He's got 40 hit points more than us. The only problem he's got is that we've got the 105mm howitzer, which he doesn't have, and so we can do a lot more damage with each shot. And, of course, he's got very thin armor, so if one of our shells hits him, it could penetrate, and he'd be out the game in just 1 hit. I forgot to mention during the game that Perfect Buddha on our team in the Leopard was one of Buzzaldrin's platoon mates, his only platoon mate. And yes, there he is, and he did spot us. He tried to outflank us, failed, because he did get spotted. He could have taken a shot if he'd remained hidden, but he didn't. Now, that was more of a snapshot back in the same direction. But he does know where we are, and of course he knows as well that we've got a fairly slow top speed of only 28 kilometers an hour. So he's probably reckoning that we won't be able to get away from this position and that we'll be vulnerable. So I think Buzzaldrin's going to set up another ambush, and here he is. He's turned up and he found us, but before he could actually get a shot into us, we'd already worked out where he was. His sixth sense must have gone off and he realized he's in trouble. But now he'll try and set up a position where he can shoot at us. The SU-76 doesn't have great gun depression. Mind you, this Arty doesn't have great gun depression. It only has 4 degrees of gun depression, actually, funnily enough. So it's not great at shooting over ridgelines like this, but if an enemy comes up to the top of the ridgeline, it's very good at blasting into them and hitting the lower plate. Now, it'd be very difficult for that SU-76 to creep up on us at this moment. If he tries to outflank us, well, he's going to have problems. But I think that's what he might be trying to do. He might have gone back and trying to sneak around. You know, Buzzaldrin thinks the same. I get the feeling he's thinking to himself, I think I need to change position again, because he knows where I am. Now he's decided to go back to the original position that he was in before, when he started the battle. He's anticipating that the person will come from the cap side. Or is he changed? No, he's covering both sides and reckoning that he can traverse in time to actually get a shot on target. Still got plenty of time to do it. The SU-76 is probably now going to be a bit worried because we haven't had contact with him in a while. And I get the feeling that he is trying something elaborate. He's probably trying to outflank. And he's gone to the cap. So he's trying to draw us to come and attack him. More than likely, yes, that would be the place. But if you fire around in there, with the wreck in the way, the wreck would take the shell. Now, he knows where we are located, so he's going to be facing this direction whilst he's in the cap. And there's the 2-minute warning. Of course, it suggests that he's behind one of the buildings. Buzzaldrin has always been spotted now, okay? And he does take 1 round from the SU-76 GFT. But we know where he is, and now we can dial in. But at this moment, we've got the building in front of us that's actually blocking our shot. If you get too close, he'll only go behind the building for cover. And 1 shot's all it takes. And he got a defender right at the end. What a great game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a second-class tank of a Buzzaldrin of BBICT in the 105 leFH18B2, the Fifi La Pew Pew. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this one. He got 15. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game overall. And he also got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills, exactly 6 kills in this one. And finally, he got a defender. He let that guy cap long enough and then approached the cap at the point where he could get at least 70 defense points when he reset the cap. And yes, that earned him a defender medal as well. His win rate was 6,434, which is super unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, there you go, right at the top of the table, 1,889 hit points of damage. The second highest damage in this one turned out to be a T6 medium who managed a leather slaves medal and also another top gun. He got 1,377 hit points. And in third place, it was the Stugdrei Ausrungi on our team who got 1,246. When it came to number of kills, he shared the top spot with that T6. They both had a top gun. When it came to second place, it's the Stugdrei Ausrungi who got 3 kills. And 2 kills went to the Matilda 4 and the Marder 38CT. And on the enemy team, the Su-76 GFT, well, he got 2 kills as well. And when it came to base XP, yep, it's Buzzaldrin with that one as well. 647 base to him. 884 went to the Matilda 4 and 751 went to the Stugdrei Ausrungi. So well done indeed, because basically that means he's got tops in all 3 columns. If we look at detail, we can see he got 33 shots off in that game. So he still had 17 rounds left at the end of the game. 5 direct hits on the enemy, 4 penetrations and 7 splash. 1,889 hit points of damage, of which 1,353 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see the close range shot was actually the Su-76G, which he did blast away at very close range. We look at the penetrating shots, we can see that that first kill, the Panzer III Ausrungi, that shell landed right on top of the guy and blew him to pieces. That was a kill. The 14 TP as well, that one, yes, he put a shell into that one. The guy has very thin armor, so it really nuked him when it landed. The Su-76 shot at close range, and again, it blew him apart. The Zalimaika, he got that guy with a penetrating shot as well, and that was it. So those are all the penetrating shots. It shows 4 penetrating shots in this. Go back to the detail. We can see he actually damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 6 of the enemy. He did receive 1 hit from the Su-76, and that was mainly down to where he was actually placed at the time. And the Su-76 driver did actually get quite a good hit, but it wasn't enough to cripple or stop Buzzaldrin from going on and killing him. He did get 75 defense points right at the end for when he reset the cab. And again, that worked in his favor because that's more than he needed. Only needed 70. Now, he earned 79,093 credits profit from a premium account, including 40,000 for mission completion bonus. And he also took away 11,935 experience points, including 9,947. That's a high one for a mission completion. So very well done to Buzz. Sorry this replay took so long for it to get to me. I've noticed that it's actually May of this year that I actually received this. And I do apologize if you've been waiting all this time for it to suddenly turn up. And yes, I finally got around to it and hope you enjoyed the result. If you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. And thank you for watching.